The dumber that you are, the better. Like, listen, I found this for myself based on my own personal experience. Ignorance is bliss. That quote is actually right. I cannot believe I'm agreeing with a quote. I don't like most quotes out there, and I'm trying to find the really high quality ones, and ignorance is bliss. And somebody's gonna be like, yeah, but the whole purpose of life is to seek out knowledge and everything, to learn more stuff, to progress, to be ambitious, and to make progress. I agree with you at the same time. So this is very paradoxical, but ignorance is bliss. The dumber that you are, the happier and more peaceful you will probably be. Yes, just look at animals, look at pets, They seem incredibly happy, man, and they're dumb as a motherfucker. I know, somebody's gonna be like, oh my god, my dog is so smart, it can open the door. Well, if a human could only do that, just know how to open the door, you would consider that motherfucker just to be dead weight. Dead weight. It's just fucking the dumbest creature ever to exist, because it can open the door. Who cares? Oh, look at that. It can open the door and it can play dead. Let's just be honest. Dogs are fucking dumb. That is fine. Cats are dumb. Yeah. Still, they're dumb in my eyes, in our eyes, right? But they have their own skills and abilities that we may not even understand yet. They can smell certain things. They can smell 20 times better than us. They can survive in way harsher situations. They can be left on their own and they will still find food. Maybe they're more resistant to certain germs and diseases, and we're way more vulnerable when it comes to that, correct? So I'm sorry for saying dogs are dumb, but actually I'm not insulting them. When I say something like dumb, I mean something is very simple. It just works simple. For example, every single computer out there is a actual dumb motherfucker, because you have to tell it. It's programmed in certain ways, and you have to tell it what to do. Kind of like the dogs and the cats. Well, you cannot give commands to a cat, but you get my point. Saying something is stupid, now that sounds like an insult, but something is dumb, yeah, they're dumb, but they're so happy. They're so happy, and I'm very jealous. That's the whole point. I do want to be dumb, and I'm realizing that right now I'm calling myself smart, which makes me dumb, because usually smart people would never call themselves smart. They would call themselves dumb. So the point that I'm calling myself smart is dumb, which means that right now I just called myself dumb, which means I'm very smart. We're back to baseline. That's awesome. But you get my point. So ignorance is bliss. It's better if you don't know what's happening in the world. Right now, if you're away from the wars, you don't have to read about the wars. It's luxury to even read about the wars, something that happens hundreds, if not thousands of kilometers away from you. It's a luxury. If you know that there's a hurricane on the other continent, it's a luxury. It's not gonna affect your life in any way. Even if it does, what can you actually do about it? What can you do about it, right? Are you a world leader? Well, if you are, yeah, you should read the news every single day. You should know what's happening in the world. But if you are an average human being like me, and you just want to live a peaceful life on this limited existence that we have on this planet Earth, it's just a luxury to know what's happening in the world. If you know how many people are starving, if you know how many people are dying from dehydration or mosquito bites, because malaria or that disease that mosquitoes carry. So maybe you get my point, maybe you don't. It doesn't matter, but I stay away from news because it's just gonna make me depressed, and I'm gonna be like, holy shit, that could have been me. I could have been killed in that war, I could have been fighting in that war and be killed, right? I could have died of starvation. I could have this, that, it just makes me depressed, and I just stay away from the news. So in that sense, ignorance is bliss. But if you know just how many germs are living in your face right now, there will not be a very happy existence, right? If you're obsessing over germs, because There are a lot of people that study germs in a laboratory, and germs are everywhere, and that's totally fine. But if you don't know about them, you're gonna have a way better time than if you do know about them. If you know how your body works, you're gonna get so self-conscious about your blood and your heart and your breathing. It's just gonna get exhausting. So, ignorance is bliss, at least for me.